Hello everybody, Flik here and welcome to my weekly vlog, and today I'm mostly going to just show off a bunch of stuff. Now you might have seen one of them already because I previewed it on Twitter, but if you haven't, here it is. Blech. Sorry, I mean blech. It's a Monster Hunter, well there's the official thingy there. If I can get it to zoom in without reflecting too much, oh, like that. There we are. What does that say? Oh, is that Chameleos' Japanese name? Onazuchi. Either way, yeah, it's the officially licensed Monster Hunter Chameleos plushie, and it's fantastic. The original place I was going to get it actually has a springy tongue, by the way. It is springy. The original place I was going to get it from sold out, and other places were way too expensive. So I actually found it very, very cheap, brand new, on eBay. So I thought, why not? Because I really like Chameleos. That's what it looks like. It's got like reflective Velcro bits on its back to form like these. Yeah, there. Those dots and stuff. And the tail is very authentic. Now some of the official Monster Hunter plushies look awful. If you haven't seen them, go look at Brachydios and Deviljaw. They're terrible. But this one I feel is very good. Only complaint, this material here for the wings, it feels awful, it feels flimsy. I guess the other negative is that Maya thinks this is hers, so I can't leave it anywhere she'll get it because she will destroy it. Chameleos is no match for my dog. But yeah, I really like that. I don't know where I'm going to put it where Maya can't get it, but I have it. So that's one thing I wanted to show off. The other two kind of came out of nowhere because I was going shopping the other day there, and shops have Halloween stuff in. They also have Christmas stuff in, but let's not dwell on that. So they have Halloween stuff in. I like Halloween even though I don't really do anything special to celebrate it per se. Although on that subject, I'm open to suggestions what to do for a Halloween special this year. Last year was my very first hour of. I did an hour of... I always forget the name of that game, even though it's pretty good. Outlast. I did an hour of Outlast, and that was my first hour of for that series, which I still need to do more of. I've been meaning to do an hour of Project Zomboid actually, so maybe that would do, although it's not really scary. But yeah, I'm open to suggestions for what I could do for Halloween. And to go back to what I was saying, I picked up some miscellaneous Halloween stuff. A couple of things, and I want to show you one. So the first one I picked up was a scented candle. The candle's not in it because I was using it because last night I had a power cut. So it's a good job I bought it actually, very clandestine. So that's what it is. Please zoom in. There it is. Now what scent do you think that candle is? Now you might be thinking it's pumpkin because of jack-o'-lanterns all over it. No, the scent of this candle is Halloween. That's not just a title because of the season it's celebrating. That is the scent that they've decided to call it. They've called it the Halloween scent, and it's not pumpkin. I've now had pumpkin thanks to those Kit Kats I tried months back. It's not pumpkin. So what does it actually... There you go, I told you I lit it last night. What does it actually smell of? Candy, I would say. Also the dog is in here, so if you hear rustling, that's hurt my feet. Oi, what are you doing, dog? Yeah, I think it's some kind of candy. Just maybe like candy in general. Either way, I have a bit of a soft spot for scented candles, and as I say, it's a bloody good job I got some because last night, power cut totally. Didn't last very long, but still. So at the same place, I also picked up these. Grim Green Sweet Popcorn Limited Edition for Halloween. As you can see, Butterkissed is the flavour. This isn't a paid promotion because I'm about to complain about them, so they'd be stupid to pay me for that. I was expecting something, you know, not necessarily exactly like what's on the picture there, but I was expecting it to be close to that. I wanted Hulk green popcorn, and what I actually got, sorry for the rustling, you know, it's not bad, but it's not quite the same. But I suppose it's the novelty. I remember having multicoloured popcorn once when I went to Blackpool as a kid, and it was really, really nice. I suppose it's a bit weird having green popcorn. You can get like green ketchup and stuff as well, but... So I got that just for the novelty's sake. It's quite nice, but I was expecting a bit better. So that was the three random things I wanted to show off. If I wanted to lure the dog onto the bed somehow, I could use Chameleos to do it. Watch this. Yeah, she's watching me. I didn't even say anything to her, but she's watching me because I'm holding Chameleos. Now let me just put Chameleos there. Just turn it a little bit. I have to look after it. I really like that plushie. I don't want it destroyed. We'll see what happens. She's just staring at me for now, but she'll wait until I'm distracted and then make her move. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. What are you doing, Maya? You want to hop on the bed? Want to help here? For no particular reason? No? Oh, don't take your damn... She's trying to make a trade. She's trying to give me this to trade for Camellios. I don't think that's a fair trade, to be honest, although it does make a fun sound. I don't think that's a fair trade. There, you have that. Never mind. The trap's not going to work. Camellios goes back to safety. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to cover. Second thing I wanted to cover, or fourth thing, doesn't matter. I've got a new channel trailer, and it features art that Court did for me, which is fantastic, of my avatar / persona for YouTube. Definitely check it out if you didn't see it. I also linked it on Twitter. Thank you very much for doing that for me. I will definitely try and find some way to repay you. And I hope that you agree that it's a pretty good trailer. I think it's better than the one I had, even if it isn't amazing. And hopefully it will help attract new attention to my channel. That's the idea. Speaking of which, in the new year, I'm wanting to rebrand my Let's Look At series. I still want it to be known for being mostly 99% first impressions, occasionally reviews. Mostly first impressions, but maybe brand it a bit better to be associated with my name. I can't really think of anything beyond like Flik's first looks, but then that doesn't really apply when it's a review. So can you think of anything that would be good branding? Let me know, because I'm open to suggestions for that. Also, if you haven't heard on Twitter, my area has updated to coming soon for fibre optic broadband. Now that still probably means it's going to be 2016. They're just like putting in the wires and doing the new cables over streets and whatnot now. That stuff takes a while. It's going to be hard to do over the Christmas season anyway. So it's still not going to happen for a while, but at the same time it feels so much closer now that it's updated, and that I see, like when I go walks, I see the BT vans doing the work, putting in the fibre cables and whatnot. And I can't help but get hyped for it. I'm not assuming that the second I'm able to start live streaming that things are just going to go like that, because that's not going to happen. That's not how this works. It's just, it's something exciting to do stuff live. It also means I can do stuff that I can't do on the channel, like certain games I can't play because of the content ID system and what have you. I can just play on Twitch for people for fun. I don't need to upload to YouTube as well. So, plus also uploading in general will be faster. So I'm really looking forward to it. And that kind of spurred me to write this list of kind of stuff I'm looking forward to towards the end of this year into the first quarter of 2016. Not necessarily because I want to do videos of them, just in general I wanted to try and roadmap where my busy periods are going to be and where my sluggish periods are going to be, which by the way we're in one right now. I'm finding it very difficult to find new content right now, so I'm just extending existing stuff. So I haven't done it yet. I'll probably talk about this more in some Rebirth run, but I'm planning on making like a list of games I wouldn't really cover on my channel, but I'd be willing to cover in live streams. Maybe on Twitch, maybe on YouTube Gaming, maybe on both. It won't matter because I won't be partnered, so I can do it on Twitch and YouTube. There's games I would just play rather than make videos of, but at the same time I could also do VODs, assuming it wasn't from a company that would cause problems like Nintendo or Konami. Pardon me, that's my lunch coming back on me. I had garlic. I bet you can smell it. So the list I made, starting with October 9th, Disgaea 5 is out, as is Transformers Devastation. So you'll be seeing this on the 28th, so that's kind of like a week away after that. It's very close, and I'm glad. I'm trying everything within my power to find PR contacts to get me a copy of Transformers Devastation, because I want to have a series ready for that. I'm really, really looking forward to that, much more than basically any other AAA release coming soon. As sad as that is, but I love Transformers G1, so I can't help it. After that, October is barren until the very end, when The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth expansion is out. That's on the 30th of October. We'll be doing that every day for quite a while. My voice will be wrecked when that happens, but I will do it. I might also actually, for the first few days, do 2 a day, because I'll do like a proper run, and then I'll do the daily for that day. Maybe. It all depends on my time. After that, 10th of November is Fallout 4. I still think that's going to be delayed. I don't want it to be, believe me. I just feel like they might delay it a little bit. They don't have a lot of competition now that so much else has been delayed, but I don't know, I just get the feeling that it's going to happen, so I'm trying not to get hyped for it. But hopefully, you know, Fallout 4 will come out 10th of November. That means I can stop my New Vegas series that I'm doing for patrons and turn it into a Fallout 4 series with the same release thing, so patrons will see every other episode a few days early. Then on the 24th of November is the Bloodborne expansion, the Old Hunters. I think I got that date right. I couldn't remember it last week, so I went and checked. So that's good. That means November could be filled by Fallout 4 and still Afterbirth. So that's great. Then on the 28th or 29th, I can't remember which, Monster Hunter Cross is out. I'll get it about December 2nd probably. And that'll be, you know, ramped up. At somewhere in between there and now, the demo will be released and I'll cover that a little bit as well. But yeah, the game itself, starting at Christmas, it'll be fairly consistent. Not necessarily every day, just depends, again, how much time I have. But then you get into the stuff that was delayed, that I was looking forward to in this Christmas season, and it's kind of a good thing actually that they've moved, because otherwise it'd be so crammed. Naruto Ninja Storm 4, delayed. XCOM 2, delayed. Hitman just got announced that it's been delayed until next year, which is very disappointing. Then of course there's Deus Ex Mankind Divided. I can't remember if that got delayed or not, but anyway, it's now out in February, the end of February. The Division got delayed until March. Uncharted 4 is out in March as well. But as for January, I couldn't find anything that caught my interest. That doesn't necessarily mean there isn't anything, it's just I didn't see anything when I was kind of glancing around for release dates. So that's how it's looking. Again, in order: Disgaea 5, Transformers Devastation, Afterbirth, Fallout 4, The Old Hunters, Monster Hunter Cross. Oh, I missed one in my list. Sorry, there is one for December. Maybe. Again, this could be a stream-only thing, because it's a Nintendo. Well, it's not a Nintendo game, but it's a Wii U game. Xenoblade Chronicles X. A more MMO-ified version of Xenoblade Chronicles. Apparently it's pretty good. I watched the Japanese version being played a little bit. It seemed up my alley. It's got mechs in it for a start. Well, all Xenoblade slash, you know, Xenogears games do. But I'm not sure how is it acceptable on YouTube or not, so that might go on the list of stuff I would only stream on Twitch, if I could. Either way, I'm interested in it, even if I can't do videos on it. So yeah, I missed that, and then all the other delayed games. Hitman, Naruto Ninja Storm 4, XCOM 2, Mankind Divided, The Division, Uncharted 4. And that's all up to March that I could see that interested me, so I'll close that window and be a little bit less pale. And we'll quickly go through the comments on last week's Let's Chat. There is not very many of them, sadly. I've actually noticed there's been a bit of a decline in general on my channel of comments recently. Is there something wrong? Or is it just because there's no new series, there's nothing really to talk about? I can understand that. For the most part, I am not a commenter, even though I do watch a lot of YouTube while I work. Like if I'm going through emails, or say I'm trying out indie games, and my other monitor I might have just YouTube videos playing. Apparently it's a very good thing to comment on other people's videos because you get exposure. Now, obviously don't be an arsehole and don't plug your channel, but just mentioning or making a funny comment that gets like upvoted, I find it very difficult to do that. I'm very socially inept. I'm not very good at it, and for some reason it applies online, even though online isn't really sociable, but whatever. Anyway, the first comment was Reaper, who said, I work way too much overtime. I'm still looking forward to some of the games coming out. Disgaea 5 is interesting. I played the demo for it, so did I. Got my wife to play Until Dawn with me. Sometimes I feel like I'm a horrible person, but it's worth it. So how did that go? Did she enjoy Until Dawn, or did she give in? Did you hold the controller, or did she? Also, what was your survival rate by the end of it? I'm curious. Yeah, I wasn't interested in Disgaea 5 because I wanted to buy the special edition, and Nipponichi Software screwed over Europe by refusing to let Europeans buy from the American store, which is a better deal than the marked up extortionate prices they charge on their European store, which is a joke. So I was going to boycott the game and not buy it. Playing the demo did make me want it, even though I think the voice cast is absolutely terrible. I think there might be a Japanese voice track option. If there is, then that removes that negative. The gameplay itself is fine. I like some of the new additions. They've added like a quest system to the game, and of course there's the whole theme of that game is revenge, so there's a new revenge system as well. It got me back interested into it, but I never have the time these days to do the full grind. So I'm not sure. I might buy it after release. It just depends. There's a lot of stuff that I'd rather be saving for if I can't secure review copies. Alucard Game says, are you considering doing a mini-series of the Bloodborne DLC? Yes, I am. I'm going to have to make sure that at some point in November I make room to make a new character like I mentioned last time, so I have a character in New Game rather than New Game Plus. I would say getting up to ROM, but not actually killing ROM, is probably the best place for it to be, because no one knows how you get into the DLC yet. So that would be the safe bit before you proc the world onto the third stage. Although maybe procking it onto the second stage is a bad idea. Either way, I will need to make a new character, probably kill the first couple of bosses. I'm not going to record that because you don't need to see it. But yeah, I plan to do a series on the old hunters. I'm actually very looking forward to it. The next comment is from Mohammed Calway, who says, "Hello Flik, you spelt my name wrong, but you then did a fun emote, so I'll say hello back." Hello, Mohammed. The next comment is from Nicodemus? Nico? I don't know. I used to know, but then I forgot. "Can't wait for the Bloodborne DLC. I also really need to get back in and finish those damn chalice dungeons." No, you don't. You really don't, although you say it's for the last trophy you need. I watched CR's brother Maz do those chalice dungeons and no. Just no. And the word you were looking for is itadakimasu. I was close. I didn't know it had a da in it. Itadakimasu. And I think it just means, well, it doesn't have any literal translation. It just kind of means let's enjoy the meal or something like that. I need to really clear my throat, but I'm resisting having to mute the mic to do it because you'll still see me do it. So, Kurt is the next one. The person who did the art for my new avatar and end slate and the channel trailer art. "I bet you've seen the Dark Souls 3 trailers by now. If so, what's your thoughts on the new weapon arts and magic system? Also, to me, it looks very Bloodborne-ish." I absolutely agree with that. It's very clear Bloodborne has now influenced Dark Souls 3. Like, from what I've seen, it feels more like Bloodborne 2 than Dark Souls 3. It might just be the area shown. You make a good point here. I think Miyazaki said what he did on Bloodborne he really enjoyed, so he thought mixing that with what I already know from Dark Souls 1 and a little bit of Dark Souls 2, he was a bit offhand with that one, as we all know, but he's jamming them together. So the combat, it doesn't have the strafing that Bloodborne does, but it definitely seems more like it, and the new spells look good as well from what I've seen. 1 minute. Be glad that you did not hear that. I hope, if that mute worked. Also, I'm going to be a cat 100% of the time if it allows me to be in Monster Hunter Cross. Please give Western release, Capcom. I put my money on Grinning L wanting to be a cat 100% of the time, and it was you. We still have no idea if there's going to be a Western release. If there is, I don't think it's going to be the version that's out there. Apparently, I watched the video about how the cats play. You still make a human hunter, it's just you go to your cat board, like that's in all the recent games. You select a cat and boom, you're playing as that cat. So you have to have a cat first to play as, I think. And that's it. I don't know whether there's a limit to what quest you can go on. Online you can definitely just play as the cat because it showed that. It showed like 2 humans, 2 cats. It showed 3 humans, 1 cat, all cooperating to fight Chameleos and stuff like that. So you can definitely do it online. I don't know if story stuff will be blocked playing as a cat. I would guess yes, but I might be wrong. We don't know yet. The next comment is from Red, who says, well, you said Reiji, but you mean Renji. Isn't it Renji? That's going to bug me if I don't check. Sorry for turning pale for a second. Bleach, Renji. Yes, it is Renji. Yes, it's Zabumaru is his Zanbakuto. His Bankai was Hihui Zabumaru. Hihui. I don't know. I don't get scared by jump scares, I just hate horror-ish games and anything else horror. Example, when I was little I got nightmares from Pirates of the Caribbean, though now it's one of my favourite movies. Also way to make me feel old. What's scary in Pirates of the Caribbean? I guess like the zombie pirates. Zombies and pirates are fun. Dragonaka says haircut. Yes it is. I now also, most of the time, make sure that I shave just before the day I plan to record these vlogs. So ner. There's my lunch again saying hello. And the final comment was from Xavier Mono, who says, "I totally spaced on the Tokyo Game Show announcements this year, but I think you probably covered the games I really care about." Thank you, you're welcome. And also thank you to Yuki and Yukiko for providing all that information about Cross last time. Also, yay Blood Bowl. You know the bad thing about that is I had to reinstall Blood Bowl after my review copy ran out. I still had the game, but because it switched from review to final release, I had to re-download it, and I think I lost my progress in that league I was doing with Santier Spears, or whatever I called my team. What was it? Solaires? Sunlight Spears. And I was doing really well! I won my first 2 games of that league. I won the one off camera and the one I did on camera. I can't praise the sun anymore, I think. I haven't actually been on it to double check, but I feel like it doesn't have cloud support. I'd love to play more of it, but CR doesn't want to buy it because it's too expensive for just a graphical upgrade over Blood Bowl 1. And I don't really want to play Blood Bowl 1 because it looks ugly, even though it has my favourite army, a Nurgle army. he'll get it when it comes down to price, and then we might do like an hour of, because a match takes like 1 hour and 10 minutes, give or take. So that was it. That was all the comments. So that is going to do it for this week. We will be into October by the next time. However, I will need to wait till the Monday after that to do patron shoutouts and whatnot. By the way, because I was ill this month, some patron dedications got delayed because I was relying on a backlog rather than recording new videos. So you might hear some dedications go into October, but assuming you still stayed at that pledge level, you'll still get another one in that month. I mean, right now I've got 2 more dedications to do. I'm not going to do them here because that's not fair. You'll get them in a proper video. So thanks very much for listening. Definitely go check out that channel trailer, even if, well, if you're hearing this, you're probably already a subscriber. Let me know what you think of it, and I would very much appreciate if you could just share it around wherever. Let it try and get people interested in my channel, because that's the whole point. By the way, if you're curious about where I got the music for the trailer, because I know a lot of people are commenting that the music is good, it's one of the new extended range of royalty-free music that YouTube provides. I knew they recently added a ton more, and some of them you need to do certain things like put a disclaimer in your text. The one I used didn't, thankfully. But I was just listening to all the rock category new tracks they added, and as soon as I heard that track play, the way the trailer worked appeared in my mind, and I thought, that is just too perfect, I have to use it. Every other bit of music I listened to, even if I kind of liked it, I couldn't imagine how a trailer would flow, but the way the trailer came out is the way I saw it in my head as soon as I heard that track and replayed it as soon as I finished listening to it. The only difference is, rather than doing like the glitch transitions that I went with, I wanted slashes, but I couldn't find a way to do that in Sony Vegas. So yeah, the music really carries the trailer, and it came out exactly as I thought it would. As soon as I heard that bit of music, it fitted exactly what I was looking for. So I got very lucky in that regard. Anyway, that's going to do it. Thanks very much for listening, and I'll see you next Monday. Ta-ta for now.